Luke here today, and it's time to talk about Tesla's next earnings call coming up next week. Delivery numbers were a big miss, even among the most conservative analysts and folks covering Tesla, after they were already revised down. And with Elon still kicking up controversy all over the place, we have a big slowdown in China overall and for Tesla specifically, and interest rates still high and looking to be high for quite some time into the future. We need answers to the question of, will this earnings be enough to pull Tesla out of this tailspin, or is Tesla doomed to make the Tesla bears right and we see the price fall dangerously close to the lows in 2023? So I will answer all this for you guys today, and I'll tell you exactly what price I will look to add more Tesla shares at. Just make sure you like the video if you like getting the truth without the hype, because that's exactly what you're going to get today, guys. And it's finally time. I'm formally announcing that I'm going to do what I'm kind of calling the $250 Legacy Portfolio Challenge for you guys. I'm going to deposit $250 each week, and on every Friday, I'm going to buy or sell stocks with that money only. And what I want to do with this portfolio is I want to show you guys that it's possible to build up a 6-figure and then a 7-figure portfolio with smaller amounts of money. You can leave a life-changing legacy for your family with small investments, and I'm going to prove it in real time. I started just like a lot of you guys are out there right now as a minimum wage worker making, I think it was actually $375, but $425 is the number that sticks in my head. So that right there is what I made an hour. And I made every single possible mistake in the book, but I still managed to build out a 6-figure portfolio quickly, utilizing the strategies I will use once again here when I build out this portfolio. You don't need large sums of money to build a legacy for your family. That is what I hope you understand with this, and I'm going to show it. Everybody who chooses to join in will be able to see all the buys and sells in the account over time and watch me build it out in real time. Every single move will be done in real time, and you'll get the updates in real time as well to the portfolio. But I told you guys we were going to go big with this one, so those that sign up also get access to a section of my 8-figure Discord specifically for you guys. And you will also get access to my library of over 500 exclusive videos, and I add to that 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week. And you will be able to participate along with me to post your buys and your portfolios on Friday, so we can all kind of do this together and kind of track it together and kind of be one big family moving forward, trying to build our legacies for our family. But wait, there's more. That was for some of you guys there in the group. But there will be some Easter eggs in there for those members as well that I cannot tell you about, but it's going to improve your investing immensely when they pop up. Now, this new tier from my group is going to be available at the founder's price of only $15, but spots are limited at that price. Once they fill up, the price goes up. Now, it won't go up as high as a full membership in my group, but it will go up from the price that it's currently out there at the $15. So it is absolutely affordable to everybody out there trying to build up a legacy for their family. And no, I didn't forget about you guys out there that have full memberships. You guys are full members, been a part of it for a long time, or you decide to be a part of it because you want to take your investing to an even another level above that and take your knowledge to that next level. Not only are all of you guys going to get access to everything we just talked about, but our resident super investors in our group, you guys know who they are also doing this challenge with me, and you will get all their buys as well in real time and their sells and everything else, be able to see every move that they make, their new portfolios that they're building out. You'll be able to see that as well in real time, and everything else in addition to all the other benefits of being a full member that this new budget tier doesn't get access to. So I think this is a win-win for everybody involved. And yes, I got this idea from a member who I later found out heard it from another YouTuber who was doing it as well. And great ideas come from everywhere and anywhere. And I'm not going to say that I thought of this and everything else. No, somebody else did. And I'm sure it's doing great for his members. And I know it will be great for our members as well. So there's no reason for us not to do it too. A great idea is a great idea in the end. So check out the pinned comment and see if a full membership or this new budget tier membership is right for you if you want to join in with me on this challenge and build a legacy for your family. All right, so I'm sorry for the length of that, but wanted to get all the details out to you guys. But now it's time to get on to Tesla's earnings. So as we all know, the delivery numbers were not what we wanted them to be at all. Again, we had expectations lowered again, even some very conservative estimates, and Tesla managed to come in actually below all those. So we know that that's not necessarily a good thing, especially for Tesla. And I know they're more than a car company, but for right now, the vast majority of the revenue and that bottom line profit is derived from the car. So it is absolutely imperative that we see that number continuing to increase and not going down like we have. So It's not a good sign at all. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it here. I'm not trying to kick up any controversy or anything like that. But that's the truth about what went on in regards to Tesla's delivery miss. And it's obviously going to affect the numbers as well as we get into the earnings. So I'm not sure if they hit the revenue or the EPS estimates, meaning we have a potential double miss hanging out there for us as shareholders. It's hard to hit estimates when delivery numbers basically miss all estimates. And it's hard to hit EPS numbers when you're doing a lot of the things that Tesla's doing, like lowering your margins in order to take up market share and just seeing a lot of other things. You're trying to ramp up Cybertruck. You got just a lot of other things happening in the background that are burning expenses, and you just don't have the volume coming in right now to cover that, especially in a lower margin environment like we're kind of in right now. And it's not like Tesla, this is exclusive to Tesla. It's basically across the board with everybody in this sector. And remember, I know they're ramping Cybertruck, but Elon told us on the last call it's going to lose money for some time until it completely ramps. And I'm sorry, I don't think we're all the way there yet. It'll be a welcome surprise if we are, but I just don't think we're all the way through the ramp process yet. Add in all the continued expansion at the various factories, and you got Optimus and all the other R&D spend, and you have a recipe for a less than desirable EPS. But there are actually two big concerns that I have coming into this earnings call that are going to impact the earnings and the share price more importantly. But I also have one big positive as well before getting to what I'm doing with the stock itself. So let's talk about all that right now. So concern number one is EPS could be really bad. Now look, I know we just talked about it here, and this isn't me being bearish, but this is what Tesla and Elon told us was going to happen. EPS has been moving in the wrong direction the past couple of earnings calls, and there is nothing that Tesla has done to show a dramatic improvement yet in that number. And unfortunately, I'm afraid it may actually be uglier than we think. And as a matter of fact, I think we could see the low in regards to EPS this quarter. Now, I was really hoping that last quarter would be the low and that this was going to kind of be the slow start to getting it kind of back on track. So basically last quarter hit a low and then basically this quarter be just a little bit better. However, so many things have just not gone Tesla's way this quarter that we might make another new EPS low. That may be what's in store for us. Remember, all the raised pricing and the cost-cutting measures will not hit the bottom line until next quarter, not this quarter. So the setup is not good to say the least for Tesla stock. Now, yes, Elon can pull a rabbit out of the hat, but it's not the most likely scenario, so I'm planning for an ugly number there. And concern number two, more Elon drama. As if this guy doesn't have enough going on, he continues to make waves that are just, honestly, they're unnecessary. I don't want to go down the complete rabbit hole of all that sort of other stuff like that. You know, there's lots of opinions out there. But in regards to this earnings call, Elon is always the wild card that, sometimes he actually hurts more than he helps. He kind of talks, off the cuff, or he's combative, or, he kind of gives almost too much of a glimpse into what's going on. Or sometimes he's, ridiculously over optimistic as well. It doesn't make for a good look either way. I understand. It's why we love him. And it's how he drives Tesla to where it's going to go. However, it also sometimes hurts the share price in the short term when he does things like that. Earnings calls are where you talk about last quarter's performance, and then you project where you see Tesla going in the following quarter through the end of the year. And then maybe you can throw in something about the future, about Tesla bot or Robotaxi or whatever the heck they have, and kind of have a brief thought about it and then move on. But all of that is not Elon style. It's going to be random, it's wild, and he may spend half the time discussing something that is years into the future or pure speculation or just almost like a conscious stream of thought or something that he has when he goes out there. And of course, he just can't stay off Twitter, or at least he can't seem to stop creating drama with Twitter. Now, I'm not going to get into all that here. All I know is it not only gives ammunition to his detractors, it also makes large investors really pause and really wonder where his head's at. Is he 100% focused on Tesla, or is his mind elsewhere? Is he doing something else altogether? Doesn't matter in the end. That's how they're viewing it. Now, remember, fair or not, like it or not, I'm just giving you guys the truth here. Many already view him as distracted, and that is why they don't invest bigger in Tesla. So you can be sure that this is weighing on people's minds during the call as to what's going on. And yes, his investment in Twitter is still a sore spot for investors. I mean, does he need to sell more Tesla stock to keep it afloat? I mean, since it's kind of part of a bigger plan, will it take away from his focus on Tesla specifically? I mean, does he really need to just keep poking the bear in general and trolling anyone and everyone, it seems? I don't know. I'm not here to answer that question. I'm just telling you guys questions that other folks have. And if you don't think some on Wall Street won't draw the conclusion that Tesla missing estimates is a direct result of him not being focused, you do not understand how they work. And that's absolutely how they're going to take that. Now, don't yell at me. I think it's complete garbage and stupid, but that won't stop others from doing it and saying that. Now, I'm not saying it's fair or that it should have a bearing on Tesla stock. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying is, fair or not, if that happens, it will have a short-term impact on the stock price which of course that's exactly what we're talking about today. There's a reason why Tesla is the most volatile large cap stock that has ever existed by a mile, guys. It's not even close. I mean, companies valued at 10% of what Tesla's valued at are usually not this volatile. Bottom line is, if the numbers don't meet expectations, or if Elon says something that can be viewed as negative, the stock is going to get pounded once again. And that is just the reality of the market we're in right now and the situation with Elon right now. But there is one big positive that I see coming from this earnings. I remember Elon told us during October that earnings was going to be painful for the upcoming quarters, actually next few quarters. So I've been planning accordingly and didn't buy any of the runs at the end of the year, and instead continued to adjust my price targets down as Tesla stock has continued to follow the exact trading pattern that we thought was going to happen. And more importantly, they have performed just like Elon told us back in October. He kind of tipped his hand per se, and the stock has moved pretty much like a stock should, given the headwinds he told us was coming. And remember, as a long-term buy and hold investor, this is perfect, guys. This is the positive here. We know why it's happening, and Wall Street will be short-sighted, meaning that we know they will overreact. And we also know where Tesla is going long-term, so that may give us the perfect setup that we knew was coming, or should have been preparing for if you haven't already prepared for it, if you want to buy more shares of Tesla. And that is the big positive that may come on this call if they say Tesla is still tracking to turn this around by the back end of the year. Wall Street may completely gloss over that fact and give us a beatdown because they are short-sighted, and so we may get a golden opportunity to add another batch of shares on the cheap, or for those looking to build out positions to start at some very nice pricing if they miss kind of the overall picture for the short-term picture with Tesla. Now, you're not trying to time the bottom. We're not guessing anything perfectly. Just simply taking what the market gives you on a simple DCA is all that you need to do. So what am I doing personally, and at what price am I looking to buy Tesla? This is where having your plan set before the earnings call is key. And I know many of you guys hate that I say it, but planning and having price targets is key to investing, especially with Tesla stock because it's such a unique stock. But you absolutely can take advantage of this uncertainty if you play the long game and stay away from all the short-term speculation, all the trading games, all the I'm going to go short here, but then go long here and then do option, blah, 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 whatever. You don't need to do any of that sort of stuff because Wall Street's going to say, oh my gosh, Tesla's failing, all this and that. So when you kind of look at that sort of stuff, suddenly Tesla is in the midst of a slowdown they warned about, but they are still putting out massive profits compared to any other automaker. And now Tesla isn't performing as a business or a company and is a terrible stock to own? That is just as dumb as thinking Elon waking up in the morning and eating Cheerios should move the stock up 20% too, but that stupidity is to our advantage as retail investors. We get shares on the cheap and can add at prices we really shouldn't be able to add at. So I am simply sitting back and watching the numbers and then watching what Wall Street does to see if they give me some juicy discounts on this stock. Now, I have cash ready to deploy. Obviously, we got the new tier coming. I'm going to have cash ready to deploy there as well. And I don't care about the price action in regards to Tesla stock nearly as much as I care about how the business is performing. And I will happily deploy capital to Tesla if it reaches my price target of $142.69. Now, keep in mind, I have a full position in my main portfolios. All my main portfolios there, I already have full positions, so I'm just looking to add bonus shares at this stage. Now, obviously, this is completely different from my new portfolio that I'm getting ready to build there, the legacy portfolio, $250 legacy portfolio there. So those buys are going to be different mentality, different mindset. I'm pretending like all this other stuff doesn't exist there. So obviously, I got two different things to manage now, two different strategies to manage now in regards to this. But keep in mind, no other stock moves like Tesla, so you need to be prepared and have your price targets ready, which I agree is hard to come up with for any company, much less Tesla. It's a lot harder to come up with for Tesla. So just hold and look to add at your price target when short-term issues arise, like an earnings call. That actually is pretty good, or at least decent, but the stock sells off anyways. That is the perfect time that I like to add. And remember, you can take advantage of the $250 Legacy Portfolio Challenge and be able to get complete help and learn how to do evaluation on Tesla, how to set up a plan for Tesla, be able to see all of my buys and all of my portfolios in real time, take 5 courses for free, get your free coaching on all the things we talk about, be able to talk to me anytime you want, jump on our live Q&As, have all of our expert investors also helping you perfect your investing, learn how to do valuation, learn all the different skills and all the different tools, Make sure you check out the pinned comment down there and see if a full membership's right for you. And if not, I understand completely. That's exactly why we have the other two that we have there. So that way, hopefully we can provide as much value as we can for you guys as well and be able to accommodate both groups. But again, make sure you get your spots because they're very, very limited. And after that, the price does go up. It's the pinned comment down there for anybody that's interested. And click this video here if you want to see exactly what I'm buying in this market. And click here to see my exact plan for this market. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.